like to take care of the items I own, especially my wardrobe. And as a seamstress and a sustainable one, maintaining items is something that I really enjoy doing. Increasing the longevity of my items is important to me. I am very conscious about things that I bring home, and it's typically things I love and I really want to make them last longer. Also, out of respect for people who created them and the resources that were used for said items. So I don't think it's a waste of time at all. To me, it's a form of self-care. So I thought today that maybe I could share the 5 items that I use the most to take good care of my clothing. And it might also be something that you do or something that you want to get better at. And hopefully by sharing my 5 favorite items, it will help you for your own grooming and maintenance. The first item and the star of the show is this lint shaver. It basically removes any peels off of sweaters, knits, pants, you name it. It works on so many different fabrics. It is so worth the time spent removing the lint off of these items, especially knits. This one actually does have a wire. You can plug it into the wall, so it's not battery charged, so you can use it for a long time. Say you have your favorite sweater, it looks pretty much super worn and awful. Well, then this tool is for you. It has significantly improved the looks of so many items in my wardrobe, especially items I find secondhand, where the only issue can be just a little bit of peeling. This is so good, so efficient. I would recommend getting yourself a razor that you can plug into the wall as well, so you don't have to worry about recharging the battery constantly. This is such a good tool. I use it honestly very frequently to elevate the look of my items. It works on anything, you know. I've used it on coats and dresses and very thin fabric and very thick ones, super chunky knits, or even lingerie. Like, you can use it on everything. I would say just be a bit cautious on thin fabrics. It can snag, but that would be, you have to just be very gentle with it. The thinner the fabric is, you know, the more gentle you want to be. Mine has different levels of thicknesses for the fabric, and you have 2 speeds that you can dial. So a lint shaver is highly recommended in my book. I think I said peel multiple times, but I mean pills, fabric pills. So when the fabric is pilling, not peeling. That's not the same thing. If we're still talking about knits, there is something else that I really like to use to take good care of my items, and that would be a basin. Mine is from the brand The Laundress, but you really don't have to have a branded basin. Any basin will do. This one is nice because it does have like a portion here where you can scrub to remove stains off of the items you're hand washing. It does have a piece here that you can remove and the water will drip through the hole, which is nice, but you don't have to have that. Any bucket will do the trick. But basically a basin is super convenient for knits or period underwear or items, anything that you need to soak or just hand wash. This is just so convenient. I use it for all of the above. So I do use this very regularly. It's very inexpensive. Now, it is time consuming to hand wash, but so worth it, especially for items like knits. I would suggest washing them Not very often because typically you don't need to, but yeah, this helps a lot. Fill it up with cold water. Depending on what you're washing, you can add some white vinegar, or you can use some special laundry detergent for knits specifically. So whatever it is that you're doing, a basin is gonna be super handy. You could also just simply clean your sink, fill it up with water, and use that for hand washing. I actually can't do that because my sinks are not deep enough for me to use them for hand washing and soaking, so that's why I use a basin. But a sink will also do the trick depending on its shape, so you don't necessarily need a basin if you have a deep enough sink. Next up, it is this tool. You might have seen it in my previous video where I was sharing examples of reusable items that I bought to replace single-use items. And this is one of them, and it is a lint roller. In this case, it's not a roller, so it's a lint remover. But anyways, this is such a great tool. I think removing lints off of some fabrics, especially like dark felt coats or things like that, it'll just completely transform the look of your item. I mean, anything that is dark and will collect lint is just gonna look bad, but this is such an easy, simple tool to have and use, so you can even travel with it, and you can use it on felted hats. You can use it on so many things. I really like this. I highly recommend getting yourself one if you don't have one already. And I will make sure to link items in the description to make it more simple if you wanted to get yourself one. Next item is this absolutely gorgeous embroidery pair of scissors. And actually, guys, this pair of scissors is what inspired the logo of my channel. So you'll recognize this shape along with some lavender stems. That's the logo I chose for my channel, made by my dear friend Rachel, actually, who's a very talented graphic designer. But anyways, embroidery scissors are so handy to remove any hanging threads from your garments, especially in fast fashion or just a new item bought. You quite often get some hanging threads and it just doesn't look good. You just really want to get rid of the hanging threads. I very often will just remove them using my embroidery scissors because I really want to get close to the edge. A big regular pair of scissors or paper scissors are not gonna cut as well. I also use them to remove tags off of garments. I very famously hate tags on garments, so more often than not I'll just remove them. It can be very itchy and very uncomfortable, or simply just you can see the tags through the items you're wearing on the seam. It just doesn't look good. It's like bulky, or you can just see the tag. I just don't like the way it looks or the way it feels, so I will also remove tags using my embroidery scissors if it's a very thin tag. If not, I'll just use regular scissors for that. The fifth and final item is going to have to be a very basic iron. And mine is like the most basic, cheap iron you can find. I could upgrade because, I mean, as a seamstress, using it very frequently, it'd be nice to have an item that is a little higher quality, but this one does the job. You know what? I am able to adjust the temperature of this iron, and I would say iron over steamer only because the iron can do both. A steamer is not gonna be helpful if you wanted to press your items, but an iron, you can still steam using, blasting steam with the iron held like this. So theoretically the iron can do both ironing and steaming, whereas the steamer can't. So if you have to choose one, I would argue get the one that can do both. I don't know, what do you think? Is it just better to get two? I actually don't own a steamer. Very, very rarely do I need to steam. but very frequently do I need a press for my seams and my sewing in general, but also just a few items in my wardrobe have to be ironed to look nice. I intentionally try to choose items that don't need ironing because it takes a long time. I don't want to have to iron every single outfit before I'm at the door, but when I do, at least I have this tool that is known by everyone but not necessarily used, and that I would just recommend as a great item to take care of your wardrobe. What did I forget? What is your favorite tool that you use that I actually didn't put in this video? I would love to know. This was a bit of a shorter and sweet video. Don't forget, I post a bunch of videos about thrift flips, upcycling, sewing projects, or home improvements, home decor, design, so DIY. So why don't you take a look at my channel and all of the videos I posted, see if there are other things that you're interested in. Put down in the comments what you would like to see next. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!